Finally the day came and it started snowing. I'd never driven in snow. We're from Georgia. People were flipped over in the road and everything else, and I had 3 young boys. And I look back and I think, Sun Valley, this big, huge corporation, multi-million. And here's this young woman, I'm coming, just don't give up on me. And so I went in, told them what I was willing to do and everything else, and come out with the job with tower pads that I could bring home and recover. I'm Gail Williams, and I'm the founder and owner of Idaho Sewing for Sports. We moved around a lot. My husband was one that if they wouldn't let him go hunting, he walked off a job.
Work always got in the way, so we'd go elk hunting. She'd be sitting over there on a rock with a big old antenna talking to somebody about ski business, and I'm going, elk are bugling right over there, hurry up.
I was committed to stay home and raise my children, and so I always did something at home to bring in extra money, whether it was babysitting, making clothes for other people. I did truck seats in our living room with a sheet down with my babies around me and recovered truck seats.
She could cover upholstery, she could do your whole truck, and it looked as good as anybody's.
So I went to all the logging companies and said, okay, what do you do when your truck seats need your tractor seats and whatever. So I recovered all of that stuff. And then I went up to the ski areas and I went in and I said, what do you do when your seats need recovering? And so I got jobs from places like Squaw Valley, and I said, I'm going as far up in Idaho as I can get, and I'm going to build a business, raise a family how I see fit. The whole world can go to you-know-where. That's where we started the business, servicing the ski areas all over the United States, where we would make their protective padding like tower pads, post pads, hydrant covers, chairlift pads, things like that. That is really our bread and butter.
Anything man-made on the hill has to be padded in most states. We make pads to go around it, covers to go on it. We sell to just about anybody. If you've been on a ski hill, you've sat on our stuff.
So that's how we started. And then Sun Valley opened doors into Utah. Then I slowly moved back east. We're in almost all of the ski areas across the United States, and then we've done stuff in Canada, Australia, New Zealand.
As far away as Japan, we've got stuff everywhere.
You know, I've done sales and hauling product with a diesel truck all over the ski areas in the snow country. I'd say I've done my part. I've not just hunted all the time. But
now we do some athletic padding. Gunther has just recently got into the military.
So we make the protective gear that they use during training.
And we had to design the padding for the vests and the face and the arms and everything.
So we make a full suit, about shorts up to a vest. And that's out of mesh with some padding in certain vital areas over the kidneys, over the neck, that kind of stuff.
We have anywhere from 15 to 20 employees, depending on if it's our peak season.
anything that we started or built, I built it.
We have an 8,000 square foot shop now, which we're busting at the seams.
Well, I think it's important that a company give back.
Our business, when it's just the ski area stuff, has always been very, very seasonal. And so we have to lay our workers off a few months out of the year, which is always hard on us.
I don't like laying people off, but when there's nothing to do, there's nothing to do.
So then we went to the employees and we said, this is what we need to do. You guys, if you only have 20 hours of work, then you give 20 hours of service and we pay your wages as if you're working here.
I brought everybody back full-time and basically said, if we don't need you here, if you're out in the community working, then I'll pay you for it.
They would bring in names of neighbors and family and church members and anybody they knew that needed some kind of service.
We're blessed with what we're blessed so that we can bless other people's lives, not just so that we can hoard it and keep it to ourselves.
It worked great. I mean, the community recognized the good that was being done.
Every successful business, small or big, that I've seen, and they're around for long enough, it's because they care more about the employees than the bottom line.